जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय केशव कली मल्हारी, जय केशव कली मल्हारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी। सुंदर कुंदल नयन विशाला, सुंदर कुंदल नयन विशाला, गले सोहे वैजंती माला, गले सोहे वैजंती माला, या शव की बलिहारी, या शव की बलिहारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय केशव कली मल्हारी, जय केशव कली मल्हारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी। कब हो लूट लूट भड़कायो, कब हो लूट लूट भड़कायो, कब हो मधुवन रास रचायो, कब हो मधुवन रास बचायो, नाचत की विपिन बिहारी, नाचत की विपिन बिहारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय केशव कली मल्हारी, जय केशव कली मल्हारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी।
Om Shri Padmatmane Namah. Namaste devotees and Jai Sita Ram. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to our Sunday morning satsang this beautiful August 7th, 2022. Before we commence with our service for today, I ask that you all join together with me as we sing this very beautiful bhajan, as we prepare our minds, our bodies, and our souls for our puja for today. स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो, भक्ति की स्वाति की धार, सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो, रंजन सब नर नार। स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो, भक्ति की स्वाति की धार, सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो, रंजन सब नर नार। ईश सगुण निरगुण विनाशी, मात पिता यार। ईश सगुण निरगुण विनाशी, मात पिता please go ahead and start by standing for me. And take a flower in your hand as well. Sorry, I should have told you that part first. And this time, devotees, as we all join together, as we go ahead and start by clasping our hands and closing our eyes. Void your mind of all negative thoughts, all negative emotions, all worldly material attachments, thoughts, and desires. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your spine. Drop your shoulders, relax your neck, your forehead. Make sure you relax your entire body. As your mind stays free of all thoughts, I want you to take the time now to focus on the form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you. One that helps you focus, one that helps you concentrate, one that helps you maintain devotion. And join together with me as we chant the opening prayers. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkicha jagatyajanam Pinyatantina bhunjitha magrudhakhasya swidhanam Om sahanavati sahanam bhunaktu sahaveryam karavavahe tejasvinavati tamastu ma vidvishavahe Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari We offer prayers to Prithvi Mata as we bless and sanctify the seat unto which we sit. Om Samudra Vasane Devi Parvatastane Vandite Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam Padasparasham Kshamaswami Om Prithvi Dvayadrata Loka Devi Tvam Vishnu Nadrata Tvam Chadharyamam Devi Pavitram Kuruchasanam Om Shri Prithvi Devaya Namaham. Go ahead and take your seats, Sister Tiffany. Place your flower down right there. You're going to take some water into your right hand first and wash your hands. Om Hasta Prakshalanam Samarpayami Govindaya Namaham. We sip water 3 times to purify the body. Om Amrito Pastaranamasi Swaha Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha Om Satyam Yashaha Shri Mai Shri Shrayatam Swaha. You wash your hands again. Om Apavitra Pavitravam Sarva Vashtam Gatopi Vaham Yasmarita Pundari Kaksham Sabhayabhyam Tada Shuchi Om. I'll place some chandan on your forehead. Om Chand. Too much chandan. Still too much. Om Chandanasya Mahatpunyam Pavitram Papanashanam Aparam Harite Nityam Lakshmistashtate Sarvadaum. We'll take some water into our left hand now, and we commence with Ang Sparish. We bless the various parts of our body. We touch our lips first. Om Wangmeyasyastu. We ask, O Lord, by thy grace, may my tongue be ever blessed with the power of speech, our nose. Om Nasodame Pranurastu. We ask, O Lord, may my nostrils be blessed with healthy, vital air, our eyes. Om Akshorame Chakshurastu. We ask, O Lord, may my eyes be blessed with the perfect power of vision, our ears. Om Kanyorame Shrotamastu. We ask, O Lord, may my ears be blessed with the power of hearing, our arms. Om Bahorame Balamastu. We ask, O Lord, may my arms be blessed with strength, legs. Om Urhorame Ojostu. We ask, O Lord, may my legs be blessed with vitality and the rest of our body. Om Marishtani Anyani Kanustanawame Sahasantu. Yes, O Lord, may all the other parts of my body be safe from harm, rendering them healthy and sound for life's daily life. Go ahead and take another flower in your hand. Any color is fine. And devotees, we join together now as we chant the most powerful Gayatri Mantra. Om Akshay Devi Akshare Brahmadini Gayatri Jagat Madhara Vishwayoni Namostute Om Bhore Bhuva Swaha Tatshavitur Bharenyam Bhargone Vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayata Om Bhore Bhuva स्वाहा तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् हरि ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम ओम प्रेम सबो गायत्री माता की जय. Place your flowers down on the altar, a flower down on the altar, and take a red flower in your hand. Devotees, we join together as we offer praise to that remover and destroyer of all obstacles in our life in this universe. We join together as we offer praise to the Lord Ganesh. Om Shri Ganapati Namaha. Om Janaram Bhuta Ganadhisevitam Kapita Chambu Palachara Bhakshanam Umasutam Shokarinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara Padapankajam Namami Viganeshwara Padapankajam. At this time, devotees ask a member from the Kirtan group offer a bhajan to Lord Ganesh as we continue with our puja up front.
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Janki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Janki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh Deva. Laduvan ko bhog lage sant kare seva, sant kare seva. Laduvan ko bhog lage sant kare seva. Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Janki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh Deva. एकदंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी, चार भुजाधारी. माथि पे सिंदूर सोहे मुसी के सवारी, मुसी के सवारी. दुखियों के दुख हरत परमानंद देवा. जय गणेश देवा. जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा. माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा. जय गणेश देवा. आधन को आक देते कुरियन को काया, कुरियन को काया. पंचन को पुत्र देते निर्धन को माया, निर्धन को माया. भव से पार करो नाथ भजन करो तेरा. जय गणेश देवा. जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा. माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा. जय गणेश देवा. जो तेरा ध्यान करे ज्ञान मिले उसको, ज्ञान मिले उसको. जोड़ उजे और भला द्याओ मैं किसको, द्याओ मैं किसको. देव कृपा करो कष्ट हरो तेरा. जय गणेश देवा. जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा. माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा. जय गणेश देवा. लधुवन को भोग लगे संत करे सेवा, संत करे सेवा. लधुवन को भोग लगे संत करे सेवा. जय गणेश देवा.
as we offer our final pratana, our final pledge to Lord Ganesh. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurumi Deva Sarvakari Sarvada Om Raksha Raksha Gana Raksha Rakshatre Lokya Rakshakar Bhaktanam Bhayam Kartha Trata Bhava Bhavanavad Om Srimad Mahaganadipte Namah Prem Se Guru Ganesh Bhagwane Ki Jai. Place your flower down in front of Lord Ganesh. Are there any white flowers in there, Sister Tiffany? Yeah, we'll grab that one. And we join together, devotees, now as we offer praise to that mother of knowledge and learning and that mother of wisdom in this universe. We join together as we offer prayers to Saraswati Mata. Om Saraswati Mahabhagi Vidhi Kamala Nuchini Vidyarupe Vishalakshi Vidyam Nehi Namastute Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Mahasaraswati Namaham. You're going to place your flower down right here for Mother Saraswati. Teacher's going to hand you a lighter. You're going to light this diya in front of Mother Lakshmi, and then after you do that, you're going to take a pink flower and hold on to it. And devotees, we join together now as we offer prayers to that Mother of wealth and light in this universe. We join together as we offer prayers to Mother Lakshmi. There we go. You take a pink flower. Om Lakshmi Kurotu Bhalyanam Arogyam Jana Sampadam Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute Om Namaste Astu Mahamai Shri Pite Sarabhujite Shankha Chakra Gada Haste Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Namaste Garurarudhe Kulasura Bhayankari Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Sarvage Sarvavarade Sarvadushta Bhayankari Sarvadubha Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Murge Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Adyantarhite Devi Adi Shakti Maheshwari Yoga Jayog Sambhote Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Sthula Sukshma Maharondre Mahashakti Mahodare Mahapapa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Padmasana Sthite Devi Parabrahma Swarupini Paramishi Jagane Mathar Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Shweta Bardhare Devi Nana Alakari Bhushite Jagatastite Jagane Mathar Mahalakshmi Namostute Mahalakshmi Namostute Mahalakshmi Namaham. Place your flowers down right in front of the diya. And then you're going to take a yellow flower in your hand now. As we join together, devotees, and offer and praise to that universal mother that destroys all evils in our life. It's a little ladybug. We offer praise to Adi Shakti Durga Mata. Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Gopalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Sudha Namastute Chetam Devi Chamunde Jai Putharate Nihardini Jai Sarvakate Devi Hararatri Namastute Ya Devi Sarvam Bhuteshu Vishnu Mayipti Shamritha Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvam Bhuteshu Buddhi Ruphen Samstitha Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvam रूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु श्रद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु पुष्टिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. As we praise Mother Durga devotees, we say, O Durga Mata, Thou art the universal mother, and we your children worship you in your many forms. O Ma, we see was Buddhi, wisdom, Lakshmi, prosperity, Shakti, energy, Shraddha, faith, Shanti, peace, Tushti, contentment, and Daya, compassion. And as we pray to you, O Ma, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namah, as we pray to you, O Ma, we bow to thee again and again. Devotees, we join together as we offer praise to Mother Durga in the form of the universal mother, Mata Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matri-rupena samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Dehi Saubhagyam Arogyam Dehi Me Paramam Sukham Rupam Dehi Jayam Dehi Yasho Dehi Vashochayam. At this time, devotees, ask that we have one or two bhajans dedicated to either Mother Saraswati, Mother Lakshmi, or Adi Shakti Durga Mata as we continue with our puja up front.
जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी हंसवाहिनी परमासन माता हंसवाहिनी परमासन माता वीणा पुष्क ध्यायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं हूँ आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मेरे सुन ले पुकार है माँ, मेरे सुन ले पुकार है माँ। ओ मैया नैया पार लगा, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। माथे पे सिंदूर बिराजे, माथे पे सिंदूर बिराजे, धूपनी पने वेद चढ़ावे। मैं तो लाए है फूल तेरे द्वार, मैं तो लाए है फूल तेरे द्वार। ओ मैया नैया पार लगा, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। जीवन नैया पार लगाए, जीवन नैया पार लगाए, चरण कमल ने आने वाले। तू ही अंतर्यामी माँ, तू ही अंतर्यामी माँ। है मेरी सुन ले पुकार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। तू है लक्ष्मी शारदा, तू है विष्णु पत्नी, है जग जननी। तू दीन बंधु है माँ, तू दीन बंधु है माँ। मेरी सुन ले पुकार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मेरे सुन ले पुकार है माँ, मेरे सुन ले पुकार है माँ। ओ मैया नैया पार लगा, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ।
प्रेम से बोलो सरस्वती माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय. Go ahead and take a it's really supposed to be multiple. Take a red, a purple, and an orange in your hands. No, we'll use that one later. Good. And devotees, we join together now as we offer praise to the most influential beings in our life, those beings that dictate the temperament of the day, the temperament of our minds, the periods of which we're allowed to perform certain rituals and do certain things within our own lives. We join together as we offer praise to the Navgraha Devata. सर्वग्रहा शांति कराम भवन्तु सर्वग्रहा शांति कराम भवन्तु. You can put your flowers on for the Navgraha Devata. Let's see. Does anybody know it? It's kind of hard to sing and do the puja up front at the same time, which is why I ask. Okay. We're going to take the chandan. We're going to place it on to the various Navgraha Devata. We're going to start with Surya Narayan Bhagwan. Om Shri Kanda Chandanam Divyam. Place it on the throat. Surya Nama. Om Chandramaya Nama. Om Bhumaya Nama. Om Buddhaya Nama. Om Brihaspati Nama. Om Shukraya Nama. Om Shanishcharaya Nama in the very middle and the bottom. Om Rahawaya Nama on the right. Ketavaya Namaha. And Ketava on the left. Good. We're going to take a flower and place it in front of each. A red flower for Surya Narayan Bhagwan and then any other color flower for the rest of the Navgraha Devata. Om Malyadani Sugandhani Malatyadani Viprapuma Hitatani Putrana Pushpani Pratigritam. Take the incense, we wave it around. And then Tejas, can you guide her into the rest? Do you remember their other steps? So that, prasad, and then water. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Suryaya Namah. Chandramaya Namah. Suryaya Namah. Chandramaya Namah. One for each. One for each. Chandramaya Namah. Bhaumaya Namah. Chandramaya Namah. Bhaumaya Namah. Buddhaya Namah. Buddhaya Namah. Buddhaya Namah. Buddhaya Namah. Brihaspatiri Namah. Buddhaya Today being Sunday, known as Ravivar devotees, we join together as we offer prayers to the being that exists in the form of the sun and that sustainer of all life in this universe. We join together as we offer prayers to Surya Narayan Bhagavan. Om Suryaya Namaha, 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 Suryaya Namaha. Adideva Namastobhyam Prasidham Bhashkaram Divakare Namastobhyam Prabhakare Namostute. Suryaya Namaha, Suryaya Namaha, Suryaya Namaha, Suryaya Namaha. Om Prem Savarnam Graha Devata Ki Jai, Prem Savar Surya Narayan Bhagavan Ki Jai. Place your flower down right here in front of Surya Narayan Bhagavan. And you're going to take 2 yellow and 1 white flowers in your hand. It's just of 1 white, 2 yellow flowers syntax. We join together, devotees, as we offer prayers to that sustainer of all things dharmic and all things righteous in this universe. We join together as we offer prayers to Lord Vishnu. Om Shri Vishnuve Namaha. Om Shatakaram Bhujaghasayanam Padmanabham Surisham Vishwadharam Gagana Satrisham Meghavarnam Bhavam. Om Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogibheda Dhyana Gamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavbhayaharam Sarvaloke Kanadam. Om Sashankha Chakram Sakirita Kundhalam Sapita Vastram Sarasirudeshanam Sahara Vakshastala Shomikostu Bhashriyam Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturabhujam. Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturabhujam. We join together as we offer prayers to the 7th incarnation of Lord Vishnu. We join together as we offer prayers to Lord Rama. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vidhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namah. We offer prayers to Mother Sita. Om Jagatasutha Jagajanani Janaki Atashya Priya Karunani Dhaniki Daketu Kapada Kamal Manao Jasu Kripa Niramal Matipa. We offer prayers to Hanuman Swami. Om Mano Javamarutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vajrayuttamukyam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadhi. Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadhi. And finally, devotees, we join together as we offer praise to the 8th incarnation of Lord Vishnu. We offer praise to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Om Haravinde Naparavindham Mukharvinde Vinibhishrayam Vatasya Patrasya Putishrayanam Valam Mukundam Manasasmaram Valam Mukundam Manasasmaram. Om Krishna Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Mukham Karoti Vachalam Panghum Langayati Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Maradanam Devaki Paramanandam. Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. At this time, devotees, so we have 1 or 2 bhajans dedicated to Lord Vishnu, Lord Rama, Mother Sita, Hanuman Swami, or Bhagavan Shri Krishna as we commence with our puja up front.
हरि नाम बिन कौन तरे, हरि नाम बिन कौन तरे, आओ भजन दिन रैन करे, आओ भजन दिन रैन करे, हरि नाम बिन कौन तरे, आओ भजन दिन रैन करे, आओ भजन दिन रैन करे। तूने जीवन खेल गवाया, तूने जीवन खेल गवाया, क्यों मन काए खेल रचाया, मन की आँखें खोल के बंदे, मन की आँखें खोल के बंदे, हरि भजन सुबह शाम करे, हरि नाम बिन कौन तरे, हरि नाम बिन कौन तरे, आओ भजन दिन रैन करे, आओ भजन दिन रैन करे। मान तरे क्यों धन जो मन का, मान तरे क्यों धन जो मन का, मूल न जाने इस जीवन का, कौरी बदले हीरा सज के, कौरी बदले हीरा सज के, मन अभिमानी मान करे, हरि नाम बिन कौन तरे, हरि नाम बिन कौन तरे, आओ भजन दिन रैन करे, हरि नाम बिन कौन तरे, आओ भजन दिन रैन करे, आओ भजन दिन रैन करे, आओ भजन दिन रैन करे।
जग में सुंदर है दो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, जग में सुंदर है दो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, जग में सुंदर है दो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। जग में सुंदर है दो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। आकन ब्रज में एक चुड़ावे, एक बेल दिलने के कावे, माखन ब्रज में एक चुड़ावे, एक बेल
प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, प्रेम से बोलो सीता माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो हनुमान स्वामी की जय, प्रेम से बोलो कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. Go ahead and take one of those orange flowers in your hand. And devotees, we join together as we offer prayers to that universal Father and that universal Guru. As we offer prayers to that destroyer of all evils in our life and in this universe. We join together as we offer prayers to Lord Shiva. Santam Hirdayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Om Namah Shivaya. You can head over to the lingam. Yeah, take the flower over there. Om Namah Shivaya. Jhanamajhabhukhanilashakalingam Tat pranamami sada shivalingam Tat You're going to take all the powders and you're going to place it on that Lord Shiva lingam in the back. Or not the lingam, I'm sorry, the Lord Shiva Murti in the back. Uncle Walter, would you like to sing a Lord Shiva song while I do the puja up front?
Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Shiva Hari Om Shivaya. Om Shivaya 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 Hari Om Shivaya. Hari Om Shivaya. Hari Om Shivaya. Om Shivaya Hari Om Shivaya. Hari Om Shivaya. Hari Om Shivaya. Om Shivaya Hari Om Shivaya. Om Shivaya Hari Om Shivaya. Om Shivaya Hari Om Shivaya.
Devotees, we offer this next prayer for all those suffering from various illnesses, diseases, injuries, and ailments. We ask that they may have a fast, speedy, and full recovery. We also offer a prayer for those transitioning from this world to the next. May their passage be a smooth and tranquil. Sugandhim Pushnivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat Om Drayambakam Yajamehe Sugandhim Pushnivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat Om Drayambakam Yajamehe Sugandhim Pushnivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Karatikiye Namaha Om Nandishwaraya Namaha Om Vasukiye Namaha Om Shri Sama Sada Shivaya Namaha Prem se Guru Shiva Shankara Bhagwan ki Jai. Devotees, for all of us who have a Guru, we offer a prayer to our Guru. If not, we take Lord Shiva or any devata in our mind as our universal Guru. As we join together in prayer. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param, Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam Shamulam, Guru Kripar Praise Guru Deo Ki Jai. Devotees, for all those of Prasad Chow, I ask that you please come forth at this time. Okay. Go ahead and take your prasad as well. Wait. What? Did you bring one? That's yours? Yeah, take yours. And you take that, yeah. And get a piece of tulsi and a flower for yours, Tejas. Yeah, when you lift the Bolo Prasad up, you realize there's core muscle groups that you've never actually realized existed until you do that. It happens every time I do puja. They just take a flower and tulsi. Oh. Okay. Alright, hold your prasad on both hands. We'll offer. Om Naivedyam Grihitam Deva Bhakti Mehi Chalam Kuru Ipsitam Evaram Nehi Paratraya Paranyatim Om Idam Palamaya Deva Tapitam Pradastava Tena Misapalavapir Bhavachanmani Janmani Om Sarva Papaharam Divyam Gangayam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanam Maya Raktam Grihitam Purushottamam. Offer your prasad. Where's my book? And you're just going to place some of your fruits here. You can place some over there. And then when you're done, we'll go sit over there for Hawan. Suddha Dhilani ki bher Sudha Maki Tanhuna Ruchi Ruchi Bongal Gao Pyare Mohan Aavo Bongal Gao Pyare Mohan Aavo Bongal Gao Pyare Mohan. Ki me सब अमृतों जाए प्यारे मोहन आओ मोहन गाओ 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 प्यारे मोहन. Devotees, at this time I ask that we all join together as we commence and performing our Hawan ceremony. We'll light the Hawan confused. Om Manimili Purohitam Yagyasya Devam Retujam Odhadam Dartadhatamam Agni Devaya Namaham. We offer our samagri into the Hawan Kun. Om Prajapate Swaha Iram Prajapate Iram Namama Om Indraya Swaha Iram Indraya Iram Namama Om Agnaye Swaha Iram Agnaye Iram Namama Om Somaya Swaha Iram Somaya Iram Namama Om Swaha Iram Agnaye Iram Namama Om Bhuva Swaha Iram Vayu Iram Namama Om Swaha Swaha Iram Suryaya Iram Namama Om Suryaya Namaha Swaha Iram Suryaya Iram Namama Om Chandraya Namaha Swaha Iram Chandraya Iram Namama Om Bhaumaya Namaha Swaha Iram Bhaumaya Iram Namama Om Buddhaya Namaha Swaha Iram Buddhaya Iram Namama Om Brihaspati Namaha Swaha Iram Brihaspati Iram Namama Om Shukraya Namaha Swaha Iram Shukraya Iram Namama Om Shanishcharaya Namaha Swaha Iram Shanishcharaya Iram Namama Om Rahuve Namaha Swaha Iram Rahuve Iram Namama Om Ketuve Namaha Swaha Iram Ketuve Iram Namama Om Ganeshaya Namaha Swaha Om Mahagauriye Namaha Swaha Om Mahasaraswati Namaha Swaha Om Mahalakshmiye Namaha Swaha Om Mahadurgaye Namaha Swaha Om Guruye Namaha Swaha Om Brahmane Namaha Swaha Om Vishnuve Namaha Swaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha Om Ramaya Namaha Swaha Om Sitaya Namaha Swaha Om Hanumate Namaha Swaha Om Krishnaya Namaha Swaha Om Shivaya Namaha Swaha Om Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namaha Swaha Om Sarvebhyo Pitribhyo Namaha Swaha Om Bhuri Bhuvaswa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhuri Bhuvaswa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhuri Bhuvaswa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. We take everything together in our hands and we stand as we commence for the final offering known as Puranahuti. Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Burhanam Divadatim Prityaha Vaiswanaramrita Acham Agayam Bhavingvam Samrajatiti Jananam Patram Chanyanti Devo Swaha Om Sarvam Vai Purnagam Swaha Om Sarvam Vai Purnagam Swaha Om Sarvam Vai Purnagam Swaha. We take blessings from Agneta Devata. Om Tanakabaniasi Tanvame Pahi Om Aryaragani Sarvame Dehi Om Parachorganisi Parachume Dehi Om Agneyame Tanva Uranam Tanma Puruna Om Tejosi Tejame Dehi Om Viryamasi Viryamai Dehi Om Balamasi Balamai Dehi Om Ojosi Ojumai Dehi, Om Manyurasi Manyumai Dehi, Om Sahosi Sohumai Dehi, O Shanti Rastu, Pushti Rastu, Briti Rastu, Yata Papra Tatipati Mastu, Vipere Chituspere Sura Shanti Ramhavatu. Achmanim. Om Sarva Papa Haram Divyam Yagayam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanamayatam Grihetam Purushottamam. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Prem Swagni Devata Ki Jai. Sorry guys, I got lost on my page and then I forgot where I was and then I just blanked. That was on me. Did you miss the cushion? Did you miss the cushion? Before we commence with our sermon for today, devotees, we join together as we offer prayers to Lord Ganesh to remove any mental obstacles, Mother Saraswati to grant us wisdom, and prayers to our gurus who paved the path before us to help us understand the text that we are reading from today. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabham Nirvigaram Kurumi Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varane Kamarupani Vidhyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Gurura Brahma Gurura Vishnu Gurura Deva Maheshwaram Gurura Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaham Prem Saburo Ganesh Bhagwan Ki Jai Prem Saburo Saraswati Mata Ki Jai Prem Saburo Gurudev Ki Jai Bhagavatam Puran Srimad Bhagavatam Puran Bhagavatam Puran Srimad Bhagavatam Puran Bhagavatam Shri Bhagavatam Srimad Bhagavatam Puran Bhagavatam Shri Bhagavatam Srimad Bhagavatam Puran Bhagavatam Puran Srimad Bhagavatam Puran Bhagavatam Puran Srimad Bhagavatam Puran. Devotees, last week we had finished chapter 13 in Canto 1 of the Srimad Bhagavad Puran, where we talked about Dhritarashtra and him leaving the dynasty and retiring off and then surrendering himself to Bhagwan. Remember that the Srimad Bhagavad Puran, let me turn this down a little bit. The first chapter is really the aftermath of the Great Maha War. And it really starts to talk about what happens to all the folks who are involved and what's going to happen to them afterwards. Because nobody lives forever. Nobody rules forever. Nobody has absolute reign over everything forever. So we heard about a lot of the other folks, what happened, Bhagwan Shri Krishna going back to Dwarka, how that affected the Pandus, how it affected the Kuruvas, and then we heard about Dhritarashtra, who was the leader of the Kuru dynasty, what happened to him. But then chapter 14, something very significant happens. And you can tell by the title of the chapter. Title of chapter 14 in book 1 is known as The Disappearance of Krishna. I know, gasps around the room. Where did he go? Sutta Goswami says to the sages that he's speaking with in the forest, Arjuna went to the city of Dwarka to see his friend Krishna, the one glorified in the Vedic hymns, in order to know what his further plans were. So, Arjuna and Krishna, even though Krishna was like a teacher to Arjuna, he was also a really good friend. He was one of his best friends. So he wanted to go see his friend. You want to see your good friend after a long time, just to see how they're doing, see what's going on. After a few months had passed and Arjuna had returned from there, Yudhishthir observed various fearful signs. So Arjuna went to Dwarka, which you would think would be a short trip to go see a friend, but he was there for a few months. And after a few months, Yudhishthir, who was the king of the Pandavas and the king of the ultimate dynasty, started to notice weird things happening around, fearful signs. The time had taken an inauspicious turn. He observed a seasonal irregularities and saw that human beings sinfully turned to anger, greed, falsehood, and heartening their civil means of livelihood. So it used to be a period of good. What used to be people seeing good and feeling good and understanding good started to become a little bit more drastic. You could tell, when something goes wrong in the world, something wrong in life, and you see things kind of turning. We see that a lot here in the United States. God knows why. God knows why. In a litigious place. So we're seeing things, bad things happening. There was cheating in ordinary transactions. Dishonesty mixed itself in the regard of well-wishers. Fathers, mothers, and brothers, and also between man and wife there was quarrel. The people gradually were acquiring godless habits like wantonness and such. The king, facing the serious matters and bad omens, spoke with his younger brother about it. Yudhishthir looked to his younger brother. His younger brother's name was Bhima. Arjuna went to Dwarka, he said, to see his friends and to learn about Krishna's plans. It's now 7 months ago that your younger brother left, Bhimasena, and we do not know exactly why he does not return. Might it be so that, as Narada had told us, the Supreme Personality has decided it's time to leave his physical manifestations of himself? So in some of the previous chapters, and especially in the last chapter, Narada had come to talk to Yudhishthir about what happened to Dhritarashtra. And he said at that point, that at some point in time, you need to concern yourself with attaining the absolute, because that image you have of the absolute, that friend that you have, that knowledge, that vision you see of him, it's no longer going to be here. So Nada had given him this kind of perception about time and what's going to happen. So he said, did what Nada said come true? Did the Supreme Personality leave? We owe our wealth, kingdom, and wives to him. By his grace, the existence of the dynasty and the life of our subjects has become possible. And because of his mercy, we could defeat our enemies and live for a better world. Just look, O man, with the strength of a tiger at the position of the planets, how things are faring on Earth and what is happening to the body of the mind. All these dreadful signs, deluding our intelligence, indicate a great danger in the near future. Have you ever had that feeling before? And I know it's a hard topic to talk about, but when somebody really close to you in your life passes away, and you're not there at the bedside to see them, don't you feel a shift in the world somehow? Like things have slightly changed? When my grandmother passed, God rest her soul, I was about to start a meeting, and right before that meeting started, I didn't feel right. Something didn't feel good. My head wasn't balanced. I didn't feel good enough to lead that meeting. I still had to lead that meeting, but you know what happened 2 minutes right before that meeting started? Mom called me and she said Grandma had passed. You feel these things in your heart and your soul. When something happens to one that's really close, beloved to you, somebody who you deem as a great soul, you feel that shift in the world. You feel that energy change. And that's what Yudhishthir is saying. He's saying that everything is starting to change in the world. I'm starting to see people who were once good be bad. I'm starting to see people who had wonderful relationships have tension in their lives. Again and again, my thighs, eyes, arms, and the left side of my body are quivering, and I have heart palpitations due to fear. This is all indicative of undesirable happenings. See, O Bhimha, how the jackal frantically cries at the sunrise and how the dog barks at me without any fear. It wasn't until I read this that I realized why Bella has some aggression. It's the age that we live in. O tiger among men, the cow leaves me aside, and the other animals are turning around me while my horses seem to weep. The pigeon, a messenger of death, and the shrieks of the owls of the rivals, and the cows and the crows make my heart tremble as if they wished the void of the cosmos. Yudhishthir and bad omens, O Bhima. See how the smoke circles in the sky, and how the earth is throbbing along with the hills and the mountains, with loud thunderbolts out of the blue of a cloudless sky. These are things, now I'm going to continue reading here in just a second, but these are things that we kind of see daily. We hear about weekly. We're familiar with them. We're not so scared of them. Why? Because we're kind of used to it. Isn't that kind of a terrible thing to say? Yudhishthir is calling these bad omens Those bad opens happen almost every week. We're going to have thunderstorms throughout the week. Uncle Walter and Uncle Danny were talking about it. Rain this week. We're used to that. But there's a nightmare coming. That's what Tejas said. There's thunderstorms coming. We're used to those bad omens, but back then, before Kali Yuga started, what were they used to? Tranquility, calmness. They were used to rain coming to water the crops and grow the land, not thunderstorms coming to wipe out entire villages. The wind blows sharply, creating darkness with a dust, and rain pours like blood from the clouds as an omnipresent disaster. The sun is shining less. See how the stars in the sky seem to clash into one another, and how the living beings are confounded and agitated as if they are crying. Rivers and their tributaries, the lakes and the mines are all perturbed, while the fire does not ignite with the help of butter. What is this? But he means a ghee. What is this extraordinary time? What is going to happen? The calves do not drink. They do not want to be milked, looking afraid as they are weeping, while the bulls do not take pleasure in the pasture grounds. The deities seem to be crying and perspiring as if they want to leave the temple, and also the cities, villages, towns, gardens, mines, and hermitages have lost their beauty, being bereft of happiness. What sort of calamities will befall us? I think that all these great usurpages manifest out of the need for the marks of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality. The earth, bereft of the extraordinary signs of the Supreme Person, misses that fortune. We're talking about calamity here. We're talking about the changing of times, the turning of times. And again, we're so used to those turning of times now. We're so used to how everything is. We don't realize how much darkness there is in this world. I gave a sermon about this a long time ago. I was on Facebook, like I do as a man in my 30s, just scrolling through. And I saw a video of a mandir, and somebody was recording, and everybody in that mandir where they were just standing up and they were yelling at each other and fighting and screaming. And the murtis are just right there. And whatever the argument was about, I have no idea. But this is something that we're talking about, and this is what's being mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavad Puran, where you go into a temple and you don't see that house of God anymore, but you see the unholy, unrighteous, dark heart of man corrupting that house of God. Do you think there was any beauty in those murtis that day? Do you think there was any happiness? Do you think there was any brightness, any atma? Do you think there was any dharma in that mandir that day? Absolutely not. Some of you are shaking heads, no. And that's what he's saying here. The things that we've established to make us connect with God, the things that make us deeper, the things that make us whole, the things that make us peaceful, they're going away now that Bhagwan Shri Krishna is gone. God forbid this ever happen. I would never want this to happen in this temple. We can have arguments all we want. Yes, we can disagree. We can take it outside. This is a place for us to connect with God. But what they're saying here is that we're losing sense of that over time. O Brahmin, while the king was thus thinking to himself about the bad omens, Arjuna returned from the kingdom of the Yadus. Bowing down at the feet of the king, his dejection was unprecedented, with the tears that fell from his lotus eyes, of his downward-looking face. Seeing Arjuna pale with a heart full of anxiety, the king, who remembered what Narad had said, questioned him in the midst of the friends. He had a number of questions. His first question was, are our Yadu relatives Madhu, Bhoja, Dharasha, Arha, Satvata, and Andhaka all happy passing their days in Dwarka? So he sees Arjuna comes back. His face is very heavy, but he has to ask questions. He's trying to figure out what's going on. So he asks, how is our family? It's also my respectable maternal grandfather, Surasena, in good health, passing his last days, and are my maternal uncles Vasudeva and his younger brother as well. Are my aunts, his wives, all the sisters headed by Devaki herself, all happy with their sons and daughters-in-law? Is the king Ugrasena, whose son was so wicked, still alive? Are his younger brothers Hridika and his son Kritavarma and Akrura, Jayanta, Ghada, Surana, and also Satrujit, and the rest all happy? Is also Balrama, the Supreme Personality, the protector of the devotees, doing well? Are the great warriors all well? Is everybody doing well? How are the Sushena, Chadrashena, and Samba? How is that family doing? So he goes on, he asks questions. How is so doing? It's the Supreme Lord, who is the pleasure of the cows and the senses, and always cares for his devotees and Brahmins, enjoying his assembly hall, surrounded by its fence in the city of Dwarka. We get to verse 35, where it says, in order to protect and elevate all the worlds, the original supreme enjoyer resides together with Ananta in the company of the ocean of the members of the Yadu dynasty. In his city, the members of the Yadu family enjoy the deserved protection of his arms and relish the same transcendental pleasure as the residents of heaven. I'm actually going to, there's a few of us here, and I've got like 6 verses left, so I'm just going to finish up the chapter if you guys are okay with that. We got a little bit of time. By giving priority to managing the comforts at his feet, the 16,000 wives headed by Satyabhama made the Lord subdue the denizens of heaven so that they can enjoy matters that are normally the privilege of the wives of Indra, controller of the thunderbolt. The Yadus, enjoying the protection of his arms, always fearlessly enter the Sudharma assembly hall, which procure by force was worthy of the best of gods. My dear brother, are you healthy? You appear to have lost your luster. Is it because of the missing, the respect in being neglected, my brother, for having been away too long? Don't you know that, right? We all have siblings in this. Well, most of us have siblings. I don't know if everybody has brothers and sisters. Some of us may be only children. But when something's wrong with your sibling or family member, can't you just tell? You know, as strong as there be, you know something's wrong. So he looks at he looks at Arjuna and says, "What's wrong? Are you not feeling well? What's going on? Do you feel neglected? Have you been away too long? Has someone addressed you unfriendly and with harsh words, or could you not be charitable to someone asking or keep a promise? Oh, you who are approached for the protection of the Brahmins and the children, the cows, the elderly, the diseased, were you unable to offer shelter to any of them by approaching you and deserving your care? Have you disregarded old men or any other children who deserve to dine together with you or have done something abominable that is hard to forgive? Or is it that your relation and the most dear, my brother Arjuna, your friend Krishna, you feel a void missing him all the time? I can think of no other reason why you should suffer such a mental distress." And from this point on, we hear Arjuna's response. Now, I'm not leaving you on a cliffhanger on purpose, because literally that's how chapter 14 ends. It ends with Yudhishthira asking Arjuna all these questions. What's wrong? Did something happen to you? Or do you just miss your friend? And as we end chapter 14, we move into chapter 15, where Arjuna forms his reply. He looks at Yudhishthira and says the following, which we'll cover next week, because I don't have that prepared for today. Prem Bolo Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. I have to be honest. I only prepare one chapter at a time, so I don't want to. I know what it says, but I need to make. Careful, dude. I need to make some analogies, or else it doesn't make sense for us to talk about. At this time, devotees, I ask that we all please stand for our final arti. Click it. Oh, yeah, it's out of gas. It's okay. Yeah, because it doesn't get used that often. You start here, and then you over there. It doesn't matter. Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Jano ke Sandhak Bhakta Jano ke Sandhak Shanave Dhur Hare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Jo Dhyave Pad Bhave Dukha Vin Se Man Ka Swami Dukha Vin Se Man Ka Sukha Sampati Gare Aay Sukha Sampati Gare Aay Ashtami Te Tanaka Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Tumhare Sharan Graham Ki Saki Swami Sharan Graham Ki Saki Tuma Bina Aur Na Dooja Tuma Bina Aur Na Dooja Aasa Karu Je Saki Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Puran Paramatma Tuma Antareyami सबके प्राणपति किस विध मिलो नया में, किस विध मिलो नया में, तुमको मैं कुमारी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी, तुम रक्षक मेरे। अपने हाथ उठाओ, अपने हाथ उठाओ, द्वार पर तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, दिशाया विकारमितां पापहरो देवा, स्वामी पापहरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संगत, भक्त जनों के संगत, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। Those are all the dias, right, Tejas? That's it? Everybody's done? Yeah? Okay. Sister Tiffany, if you could take a flower in your hand, any color. Ran out of breath. Any color. At this time, devotees, ask that you join together with me as you go ahead and clasp your hands, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your spine, your shoulder, your neck, your forehead, your entire body. With your eyes closed, still devotees, take some time to focus on the form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you, one that helps you focus and concentrate. And join together with me as we chant our closing prayers. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu, Sarve Santu Niramayam, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dumabhag Bhavet. Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam, Bhaktihinam Janardanam, Yati Pujatam Maya Deva Paripurnam Dharasme. Papuam Papu Karamaham, Papu Atma Papu Sambhava, Trahimam Pundarikaksham, Sarva Papu Haru Hari. Om Tvameva Matascha Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva. Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mamadeva Dev Omasa Tomasa Dhamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrituma Amritam Yamaya Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Devotees, may we all please bow. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurue Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurue Namaha. Om Shantir Antariksha Gom Shantir Prithvi Shantir Apa Shantir Aushadhaya Shantir Vanaspati Shantir Vishwadeva Shantir Brahma Shantir Sarve Gum Shantir Shantireva Shanti Sama Shanti Redhi Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sat Sat. Prem se bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki, Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Durga Mata ki, Prem se bolo Vishnu Bhagwan ki, Prem se bolo Shiva Shankar Bhagwan ki, Prem se bolo Shiva Shakti Mandir ki, Prem se bolo Sanatana Dharma ki. That was good. And with that, devotees, we've come to the end of our Sunday morning satsang, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here today. You can place your flower down anywhere, Sister Tiffany. Just a few announcements for you. We do have a few events coming up in the month of August. So again, Thursday, August 11th, that is this coming Thursday, is known as a period of, or known as an event called I just dropped this. Hold on. Known as an event called Raksha Bandhan. So for those of you who are who have siblings, specifically brothers and sisters, go ahead and give some Rakis and some gifts for one another, and take that day to celebrate with one another. And beyond that, devotees, we have two other events. Thursday, August 18th. So that's not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday is Shri Krishna Janamashmi. And then on Tuesday, August 30th, will be known as Shri Ganesh Chaturthi. We have some more things like Pitra Paksh and if I scroll down, I can read Navaratri, which will be coming up in the next few months. I'll give those updates as we get to them. But just know on Thursday, August 11th is Raksha Bandhan. Thursday, August 18th is Krishna Janamashmi. And Tuesday, August 30th is going to be Shri Ganesh Chaturthi. And we will be doing something for Krishna Janamashmi and Ganesh Chaturthi at those times. I do want to denote that in the back there is the calendar to sign up for different events. We do have somebody signed up for next week. We don't have anybody signed up for those two upcoming events, that Krishna Janamashmi and Shri Ganesh Chaturthi. And there's still a few blanks on the calendar too. So if anybody wants to sign up, please, you're more than welcome to do so. I encourage it. I promise you I'm a nice guy. I won't yell at you. I don't yell when I do pujas anymore because it's a bad thing for a pundit to do. Did I yell at you guys today? No, I just did this to these two. They were laughing at one point. I'm like, why are you laughing? Are you laughing at me? Watching. No, I'm kidding. It's okay. And then just a few other announcements. Thank you to our president, who is currently on a plane and probably not watching this, for these announcements. First and foremost, we have a few birthdays that were celebrated this month. First off, on the 1st of April, we're in August. 1st of August, Auntie Chandra Prasad celebrated her birthday. On the 3rd, we had Derek Somra, who celebrated his birthday. And then we had two people celebrate their birthdays on the 5th. I want to make sure I'm not missing these. One of those people is here today. And I want to say, when he was born, I studied a lot about how to take care of a baby and the fact that he would sit in a swing and he'd fall asleep and he'd be like this little chunky thing and really happy. I tried that with my daughter and it doesn't work. So Tejas is just this unique, wonderful, happy being. So he celebrated his birthday on Friday. So to Tejas, who is sitting here, who is a constant helper and a very good example of what Sanatana Dharma is, very happy birthday to you, my nephew. A few other folks celebrated their anniversaries. So Auntie Drew and her husband, they celebrated their anniversary on the 4th. Let me do this really quickly. Okay, and we can share it. To Brother Saif and Sister Mandy, they come every once in a while. They celebrated their anniversary on the 4th. And to Uncle Jagdish and Auntie Rita, they celebrated their anniversary on the 5th of this month. So Thursdays and Friday. A lot of anniversaries that we have in the month of August. So happy anniversary to every single one of you. Tejas, we will do a birthday song here in just a little while after we get everything shared out. I don't think we have any other updates and announcements. Mahesh, was there anything else? Is there anybody chatting? to Gitan, Auntie Zandra, J. Sita Ram, and thank you for continuously chatting with us as we do our virtual service. Oh, you texted me that. I'm sorry. As we celebrate, as you continue to join us as we do our virtual Sunday morning services. To everybody who's here physically and to everybody who's watching, I hope you all have a fantastic, wonderful, happy, healthy week. We will continue with our regular Sunday morning service next Sunday. I hope to see you all then. Until then, again, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. J. Sita Ram, everyone. J. Sita Ram to all of you on YouTube. Oh, I've got Panchamrit, everybody.